Hello and welcome to IMAT, the channel that tells you that, well, I'm Matt, that I made a thing. This month I'm doing step 1 in a nice LED light project. Let's get to it. Alright, so the first thing to do is 3D design a housing for it's sleek and clean. As you can see, I designed it to fit within a 210 square millimeter area with little to no supports. I designed a peg mechanism so they snap together and the holes for cable management. Now that's it, let's print it. Alright, so now I've got this LED strip, I've got to cut it into a bunch of sections and you'll catch me then. Alright, I'm just going to remove the shielding. Alright, so I've stripped wires out of the old cable that I had. I've cut off the waterproofing, which is good. And now I'm just thinking about how to wire this. So initially in my head, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll wire together, that'll be easy. But these are common anode RGB LED strips, which means it's annoying, which means, where's the camera? There, you want to focus? You have to connect it to ground. You have to, depending on what color, you have to connect it to ground, which is annoying when trying to color code, because I want them in the future, because I don't have the parts yet, but I want to do this. This might be a project in the future. I want to multiplex them, which means as my plan is to have the volume, so like an audio input, it will measure that, put it through an op amp, and then depending on the volume of the music, it'll modulate the lights, so it'll doom, doof, doof, etc, etc. So, but currently they're all going to be on. So to do that, I need every ground potential to be available, and so I have to wire all the 5 volt in parallel, or to one, yeah, in parallel, and then have all the ground potentials as individual leads, which makes even more disgusting that my ground wires for the red, for example, will be red, and then my positives will be white. I really hate it, but I'll show you the wiring once I'm finished. And now another problem is my tolerances are quite good, and that's not very bad, but it's kind of annoying when trying to wire these in, because I have to pull one LED section out if I can, which is annoying because I got big banana fingers. There we go. So I have to pull it out, solder the wires on, and then minimize the distance from this strip to this strip. And I don't want to pull them out and then like solder them above the 3D printed thing, because then I might melt it, etc, etc. And so what I'm thinking is I'm going to go back into the 3D model, measure the rectangle the internal dimensions, and then transfer that to a piece of paper and move all the LEDs to there, and then solder on that. So that way, once I finish, because I'll be soldering, say this side, 7 in parallel, and then 6 on the other side. What is it? No. 8 on one side, 7 on the other, and then connect them in parallel at the base, the 5 volt in, and then have all the negative leads, 8 down one side, 7 down the other. Again, annoying, but it should work out alright. Alright, so I'm just going to do it, and I'll show you. Let's power up. It's not solid. Oh, freeze frame. Matt from the future editing the video. Actually, currently right now, you might know. But I've just noticed that I said I'd explain the wiring, and then I didn't. What you'll notice just here is the black wires are both together. That's the positive. Now all the other, the red, the green, the blue, well, the blue is the white, but they're wired together as one ground potential. When I multiplex them and make them that, I need access to be able to unwire all of those. But the black is the positive and the other ones are all negative. That's all you need to know. And play. Right. Let's just check my wiring. Alright, let's go there. And ready. How does that look on camera? That just looks like white light, doesn't it? Alright. That looks quite nice in reality. The hot glue and the wires actually add a nice little tinge. I don't know if I'd like that or remove them, but it's not bad actually. Let's see if I can get the camera in. See, look how nice that is. See, I turned the contrast down so you can barely see it, but look how nice that is. That's a glorious set of colours, I reckon. And the irregularity of the lights, like the angles, it adds a little pizzazz. It's very nice. Imagine that up in the corner of your room, because that's exactly where I'm going to put it. And that's all I've got for this month. I've got a lot of projects going on, but it's a little bit hard to get pieces and parts due to the coronavirus, but let's see how we do. That's all I got. See you next.